This is a daily sales report which I have created in Excel. Before creating the new format, let's see how it works. On the left hand side, we have got our summary. In summary, we will be able to see month, year, start date, end date, total days of the month, total Saturday, total Sunday, highest sale for the month, lowest sale for the month. In case target will be achieved, it will be showing yes over here, and in case target will not be achieved, it will be showing no. Sales till date, average sales, and just after that, we have got the sales of all the three channels, that is dine-in, takeaway, and delivery. Below that, total sales, last year sales, growth, and growth percentage. On the right hand side, we have got our dates, days, and holidays. And just after that, we have to do our entries. Saturdays and Sundays will be auto highlighted. When we come to right hand side, over here, we will be able to see consolidated sales. For 12 months, we have got 12 sheets, and in the end, we have got the yearly summary. To create this sheet, we will need some data, and my data is in setting sheet. In setting sheets, we will have our holidays list, months, and years. Let's start creating a new format now. I have opened a new workbook. Currently, we have got a single sheet, that is sheet 1. I'll rename the sheet. This will be settings. We'll click on A1. I'll take the data of setting sheet from my example file. So I have taken the data from my example file. Over here, we have got our dates and holidays. And you'll have to change this data every year. On the right hand side, we have got our months from January to December. And in the end, I have taken yearly. Just after that, we have got years. There's no formula in this sheet. I'll insert a new sheet. This will be January. We'll click on A1. We'll take column A closer. We'll click on B2 and we'll select till E. We'll merge the cells together. We'll click on column B. We'll press Control or Command and we'll click on column E. Means we will select both the columns. We'll reduce the size. Now I'll click over here. Means in the merged cells. This will be summary. We'll click on C3. This will be month. We'll leave next row blank. We'll click on C5. This will be year. We'll leave alternate rows blank. Start date, end date. We'll leave alternate rows blank. Total days, total Saturday, total Sunday will go on top and we'll click just after month. For months, we will create the drop downs. To create the drop downs, I'll be going to data tab. We'll come to right hand side. In right hand side, we get the option of data tools. In data tools, we get the option of data validation. I'll click on data validation. We can see any value over here. I'll click on drop down and we'll select list, source. I'll go to my settings sheet. We'll take this to right. Now I'll select all the months from top to bottom, means from January to December. But in the end, we can see yearly also. So I have selected yearly. Now I'll come to right hand side and we'll click on OK. So the drop down of months got created. I'll select January. We'll come to year. We'll select the whole column. We'll go to Home tab and we'll align all the things in center. Now I'll click just after year. And for years also, we will create the drop downs. We'll go to Data tab. We'll come to right hand side. We'll select Data Validation. We'll click on drop down and we'll select List, Source. We'll go to my settings sheet. We'll take this to right and we'll select years from top to bottom. We'll come to right hand side and we'll click on OK. So the drop down of years got created. I'll select 2025. One thing I'd like to highlight in advance. If you are thinking that just by changing the months or years from the drop down, the data which we are going to insert in right hand side will be blank, it's not going to happen. I'm creating the drop downs just to avoid the spelling mistakes. Start date. Formula will be plus or equal to date value. Bracket open. In the function of date value, the very first thing what we have to provide is date. So as a date, I'll take 1, double inverted comma, 1, double inverted comma, close. And now we have to provide month. So I'll click on month. And now we have to provide the year. So I'll click on 2025. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got some random figure. I'll click on random figure and we'll select the cell of end date. We'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to date. We'll select a desired date format. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. So my date format got changed and we got start date over here. End date formula will be plus or equal to EO month means end of the month. Bracket open. Start date. I'll click on start date over here, comma, months. In months, I'll provide 0. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. So we got start date as well as end date. Total days. I'll insert the formula later on. We'll go on top and we'll take column F closer. We'll click on G3. This will be serial number, date, day, holidays. We'll select all the headers and we'll change the cell color. We'll change the font color and we'll create borders. Serial number 1, 2. We'll select both and we'll drag this till 31. We'll create borders. We'll reduce column size. Date. It will be plus or equal to. We will come to left hand side and we'll click on start date. Enter. We'll select the whole column of dates and we'll align all the things in center. We'll click just under first date. We'll insert the formula of second date and the formula will be plus or equal to if bracket open. I'll click on start date is smaller than. Now I'll click on end date. We'll press F4 or function F4 and my cell will be logged, comma. We'll click on start date once again, plus 1, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket. So how this formula is going to work? If start date will be smaller than end date, in that case, I want to add 1 in rest of the dates. If this criteria is not going to be fulfilled, in that case, I want my cells to be blank. Now I'll hit enter. We got some random figure. We'll select the whole column. We'll press Ctrl 1. We'll go to date and we'll select a date format where we can see date as well as month. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. Now we can see second date over here. We'll drag this down. We'll create borders. When we come down, we can see our dates till 31st Jan. We'll go on top, day. The formula will be plus or equal to text, bracket open, value. In value, I'll click on date, comma, double inverted comma, DDD means D 3 times, double inverted comma close, bracket close, and I'll hit enter. We got our first day. We'll drag this down. We'll create borders. Now I'll come to holidays and we'll insert the formula for holidays and the formula will be plus or equal to VLOOKUP, bracket open, lookup value. First date will be my lookup value, comma, table array. Table array means my data. So I'll be going to my settings sheet and over here I'll select dates and holidays from top. Means I have selected the whole column. The basic reason behind selecting the whole column, in case my data increases in future, I'll not have to change my range again. Now I'll press F4 or function F4 and my range will be logged, comma, column index number. Selection of VLOOKUP started from dates, so dates automatically became column index number 1 and name of holidays became column index number 2. So I'll put 2 over here, comma, 0 for exact match. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got our very first holiday. What will happen if I'll drag this down? We can see NA error because on these dates we haven't got any holidays. So to avoid the NA error, I'll be inserting the criteria of if error. I'll click on first holiday. We'll double click over here. We'll come in the very beginning and we'll insert the criteria of if error. If error, bracket open, we'll come to the end, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now I'll drag this down. We'll drag this till end and we'll create borders. When we come down, Over here on 26th, we can see one holiday. We'll go on top and we'll adjust the column size. Now I'll come to left. We'll click on summary. We'll change the font style. We'll do as Arial black. Now I'll select from summary till row number 35. We'll go on top and we'll change the cell color. We'll change the font color also. We'll go on top month. We can see January over here. We'll change the cell color and we'll create borders. In rest of the heads which are visible on right hand side, we will change the cell color and we'll create borders. Total days formula will be plus or equal to count. Bracket open. I'll click on first date. We'll press shift control down arrow key. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We'll go on top. Now we can see 31. We'll go on top. What will happen if I change the month? If I'll do this February, now we can see 28 days. We'll keep as January. Total Saturday formula will be plus or equal to countif. Bracket open. Range. In range, I'll select all the days from top to bottom. We'll go on top, comma, criteria. Over here, we want to count our Saturdays. So I'll take Saturday. In Excel formulas, whenever we put text, it's mandatory or it's thumb rule to take the text inside double inverted commas. So I'll put double inverted comma, Saturday, double inverted comma, close, bracket close, and I'll hit enter. We got 4. I'll double click on the formula and we'll copy this. Control C or Command C and we'll hit enter. Total Sunday. I'll double click over here and we'll paste the formula what we have copied right now. Control V or Command V. In the end we have got Saturday over here. We'll delete Saturday and we'll do this as Sunday. We'll hit enter now. So we got total 4 Saturday and 4 Sunday. We'll come down. We'll click on row number 16 and we'll select 17 also and we'll merge this. We'll wrap the text. This will be highest sale for the month. We'll adjust the column size little bit more. We'll click in the next cell. We'll merge both the cells over here also and we'll change the cell color. We'll create borders. We'll click on highest sale for the month and we'll copy this. Control C or Command C. We'll leave row number 18 blank. We'll click on 19 and we'll paste this. Control V or Command V. This will be lowest sale for the month. We'll copy this. Control C or Command C and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. We'll come to row number 22. This will be target achieved. We'll select column C and we'll reduce the font size. We'll adjust all the things in left. We'll click next to target achieved and we'll change the cell color. We'll create borders. We'll come to row number 24. Sales till date. We'll copy this. Control C or Command C and we'll paste over here. We'll come to row number 26. We'll come down. We'll click on row number 26. This will be average sales. Over here we will be putting all our 3 channels like dine-in, takeaway and delivery. In case you have got just a single channel or 2 channels, just put over here. In case you are creating this format for retail and your sales only are from walk-in customers, you can put walk-in customers. In our scenario, there are 3 channels, dine-in, takeaway and delivery. So I'll type all 3 over here. We'll copy this, Control C or Command C and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. We'll come to row number 31. This will be total sales, last year sales, growth. We'll drag this down. This will be growth percent or growth percentage. We'll copy this and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. Entry of last year sales will be done manually. So I'll change the cell color and we'll change the font color. This is just to differentiate that manual entry will be done over here. Now I'll go on top. We'll take column A closer. Now I'll come to right hand side. Let's adjust column size over here. We'll click next to holidays. This will be dine-in sales, dine-in tickets. In case you are wondering what is ticket, ticket means transaction. Suppose your daily sale is 1000 rupees and 10 customers came to your shop. So there are total 10 transactions. So we call it either tickets or transactions. This will be APC, means average per check, slash APT, means average per transaction. So what is APC or APT? Suppose my sales is 1000 rupees and there are total 10 transactions. So our APC will be plus or equal to sales divided by transaction. Enter. So I got 100. So each customer spent nearly 100 rupees in the whole day. So this is called APC or APT. We'll select all and we'll align all the things in center. So I have already inserted the formula over here. What will happen if I'll delete dine-in sales? We can see 0 over here. I'll undo this. We'll insert one criteria of if. We'll double click. Will come in the very beginning. If bracket open dine-in sales is equal to 0, comma, if dine-in sales will be blank, I want blank as a return. So I'll put double inverted comma twice, comma, we'll come to the end, we'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got 100. What will happen if I delete tickets from here? I got div error. We get div error whenever Excel formula tries to divide something with 0. Over here we have got blank. In case it will be 0 over here, in that case also we will be getting div error. So to avoid this, I'll double click, will come in the very beginning and will insert the criteria of if error. If error, bracket open, will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma twice for blank, we'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Now we can't see anything over here. I'll insert 10, enter, and we can see the figure. We'll adjust the column size over here. We'll change the color of headers and we'll change the font color. We'll select from top to bottom and we'll create borders. Now I'll click on top and we'll drag this down. We'll go on top, we'll click on dine-in sales, dine-in tickets, APC or APT, and we'll select till bottom. We'll copy this, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. We'll come to right hand side and we'll paste over here also. Control V or Command V. We'll come to left. This is dine-in sales. This will be takeaway sales. I'll just put TA for takeaway. Takeaway sales. This will be takeaway tickets. No changes in APC or APT. We'll come to right hand side. This will be delivery sales. We'll adjust the column size. And this will be delivery tickets. We'll adjust the column size. Let's come to left hand side. APC or APT will be fully formulated. So I'll change the cell color over here. We'll put some light shade. We'll copy this, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste in takeaway. We'll come to right hand side and we'll paste in delivery also. Just to differentiate that we have got formulas over here. Now I'll delete all the figures. We'll come to left and we'll delete figures from here also. We'll come to right hand side. This will be target sales, total tickets, APC or APT, target versus achieved. We'll adjust the column size. This will be percent or percentage. We'll click on total sales and we'll select till end. We'll change the cell color and we'll change the font color. We'll click on top of target sales and we'll select till end and we'll merge the cells. We'll change the cell color and font color. We'll change the font style also. We'll do as Arial black. We'll increase the font size. This will be consolidated. We'll come to left. We'll click on top of serial number and we'll select till end. We'll come to left. We'll merge the cells together. We'll change the color and we'll change the font color. We'll change the font style. Arial black. We'll increase the font size. This will be daily sales report. Now we will highlight our Saturdays and Sundays. But before that, I'll do one thing. I'll come to right. We'll put one figure over here. 1010. Basically, I wanted figure in APC or APT just to use my shortcut. Let's come to left. I'll click on first date. We'll press Shift, Control, down arrow key, right arrow key. We'll go on top. So I've inserted the formula just to use my shortcut, that is Shift, Control, down arrow key and right arrow key. If there will be no figure, My arrow will go to the end. Now I'll come to left and will highlight my Saturdays and Sundays. I'm going to highlight the whole row. Only reason I have selected the whole data. Now I'll go to Home tab. We'll come to right hand side, Conditional Formatting. We'll click on drop down, New Rule. From here I'll select Classic. In case you are using Windows, you'll not be getting the option of Classic. You'll be diverted to next step, and that is use a formula to determine which cells to format. And the formula will be, I'll take this to right, plus or equal to, I'll click on very first day. Over here we have to highlight the whole row, so I'll delete dollar from the center, is equal to Saturday. So I'll take Saturday in double inverted commas. Double inverted comma, SAT means Saturday. Double inverted comma, close. We'll click on drop down, customize format. We'll go to fill. From here I'll select a desired color and we'll change the font color. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. OK. So all my Saturdays got highlighted. Now I'll go to conditional formatting once again. We'll come down and we'll click on new rule. From here I'll select classic. As I told earlier, window users will not be getting the option of classic. They will be diverted to next step, and that is use a formula to determine which cells to format. And the formula will be, we'll take this to right, plus or equal to, we'll click on very first day. We'll remove dollar from center because we have to highlight the whole row, is equal to double inverted comma SUN means Sunday, double inverted comma close. We'll click on drop down, customize format. We'll go to fill. From here we will select a desired color and we'll change the font color. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. OK. So my Saturdays as well as Sundays got highlighted. Let's highlight our holidays also. Let's go to conditional formatting. New rule. From here I'll select classic, and from the drop down I'll select use a formula to determine which cells to format. We'll take this down, we'll click over here, plus or equal to, we'll click on our very first holiday. In case you haven't got any holiday on very first date, then also you have to click over here only. We'll delete dollar from center, is not equal to. For not equal to, I'll insert smaller than, greater than. Not equal to blank. For blank, I have inserted double inverted comma twice. We'll take this on top. We'll click on drop down, customize format. We'll go to fill. From here, I'll select desired color. We'll go to font and we'll change the font color. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. OK. So my very first holiday got highlighted. In fact, the whole row got highlighted. Let's come to right hand side. We'll click on target sales and we'll select till end. We'll select till bottom and we'll create borders. Entry of target sales will be done manually. So I'll highlight the whole column in some different color just to differentiate that here the entry will be done manually. Total sales formula will be plus or equal to, we'll come to left. Over here we have got our first sales, that is dine-in sales, plus takeaway sales, plus delivery sales. Now we will hit enter. We'll come to right, we'll select the whole column and we'll align all the things in center. Now I'll drag down my formula. We'll go on top, total tickets. Tickets are next to sales. So I'll drag this to right. We'll drag this down. APC or APT, we can't drag this. We will insert the formula plus or equal to total sales divided by total tickets. Enter. We'll drag this down. We can see div error over here. So I'll double click. We'll come in the very beginning and we'll insert the criteria of if error. If error bracket open, will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma, 0, double inverted comma close, bracket close, and we will hit enter. Now I'll drag this down. Target versus achieved, or it may be achieved versus target, whatever fits your requirement. Formula will be plus or equal to total sales minus target sales. Enter. We'll drag this down. Percent. Formula will be plus or equal to total sales divided by target sales. Enter. We got div error. To avoid div error, I'll insert the criteria of if error. We'll double click, will come in the beginning. If error, bracket open, will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma, 0, double inverted comma close, bracket close, and we will hit enter. Now I'll drag this down. Let's insert some figure in target sales, 500, enter. We can see 2 over here, but we don't want 2. We want 2%. I'll select the whole column. We'll go to Home tab. We'll come in the center. In center, we can see percent. I'll click over here. I got 200%. Target was 500, but total sales was 1000. So there's a hike of 200%. If I'll do this 1000, so when target sales is 1000 and total sales is also 1000, so we have got 100% of the target. We'll align all the things in center. We'll come to left. Now we will insert our formulas over here. Highest sale for the month. Formula will be plus or equal to max. Bracket open. Now we have to provide the range. So I'll come to right hand side and we'll select total sales from top to bottom. We'll go on top, we'll come to left hand side. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got highest sale for the month. We'll double click over here and we'll copy the formula. Control C or Command C. We'll press enter. We'll come to lowest sale for the month. We'll double click over here and we'll paste our formula. Control V or Command V. Over here we want lowest sale, so I'll delete max and we'll put min, that is MIN, min, means minimum. Now I'll hit enter. So over here lowest sale will be visible, target achieved. We'll adjust the column size. Before inserting rest of the formulas, let's come down. We'll click just under last date. We'll select till holidays and we'll merge the cells. This will be total. We'll create borders. We'll select the whole row and we'll change the color. We'll change the font color also. We'll go on top in view tab and we'll remove the grid lines. Total. Let's go on top. Over here we have got our dine-in sales. Let's do one thing. Let's freeze our panes. We'll go to view tab. We'll come to right hand side. Freeze panes. Let's come down. Total. Over here we will use sum plus or equal to sum. Bracket open. Number. Let's select from bottom to top or top to bottom. In both the cases, we are going to get the same result. Bracket close and I'll hit enter. We got 0. I'll drag this till right. Total of APC is not required. I'll delete this. We'll copy my formula from here. Control C or Command C. We'll click over here. We'll right click the mouse. Paste special formulas. We'll copy this. Control C or Command C. We'll paste in all the APCs. Control V or Command V. Perfect. Now I'll insert my formula over here. Target achieved plus or equal to if, bracket open, logical test. We'll come to right hand side. We'll click on total sales is greater than target sales. If total sales is greater than target sales, in that case we have achieved the target. So I'll put comma, double inverted comma, yes, double inverted comma, close, comma. And if this criteria is not going to meet, we want no as a result. So I'll put double inverted comma, no, double inverted comma, close, bracket close, and I'll hit enter. Let's come to left. We can see no over here. We'll go to Home tab, Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cell Rule, equal to, and over here I'll type no. We'll click on drop down, Customized Format. We'll go to Fill, and from here I'll select red color and font as white. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. OK. So whenever it will be no, it will be highlighted in red. We want to highlight yes in green color. We'll go to Conditional Formatting, Highlight Cell Rule, equal to, and over here I'll put yes. We'll click on drop down, Customize Format, Fill. From here I'll select green color and font color will be white. We'll come down and we'll click on OK. OK. Sales till date. It will be plus or equal to. We'll come to right hand side and we'll click on total sales, which is over here. Enter. Average sales. Average sales will be plus or equal to average, bracket open, we'll select total sales from top to bottom. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got 0. In case there will be no value, we may get some error. So to avoid the error, I'll insert the criteria of if error. We'll double click over here. We'll come in the beginning. If error, bracket open, will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma, 0, double inverted comma, close, bracket close, and I'll hit enter. Dine-in sales plus or equal to, I'll come to left hand side and we'll click on total dine-in sales. Enter. Takeaway sales plus or equal to, we'll select total takeaway sales. Enter. Delivery sales plus or equal to, over here we have got delivery sales and here is the total. We'll click over here and we'll hit enter. Total sales plus or equal to sum, bracket open, dine-in sales plus takeaway sales plus delivery sales. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. Last year sales. I'll take some random figure. Let's take as 5,000. Enter. Growth. It will be plus or equal to total sales of current year minus last year sales. Enter. We got minus 4,000. Growth percentage. The formula to calculate growth percentage is present minus past divided by past into 100. We want percentage over here. I'll go to Home tab. We'll come in the center and we'll click on percentage. I'll come down. Now I'll insert my formula over here. That is plus or equal to present. So this is our present minus past. Present minus past. We'll take this in bracket. We'll come to the end. Divided by past. Enter. Let me repeat the formula once again. Present sales minus past sales divided by past sales into 100. This is the formula to calculate growth. What we call SSSG or SSTG. Same store sales growth or same store transaction growth. In both the cases, to calculate the percentage of sales or transaction, formula will be same. We may find some error in case there is no value. So to avoid this, let's insert the criteria of if error. Let's delete this first and we can see error. I'll undo this. We'll double click over here. We'll come in the beginning. If error, bracket open, will come to the end, comma, double inverted comma, 0, double inverted comma, close, bracket close, and we will hit enter. We got our figure. Let's go on top. All the things are done for the January format. I'll delete all the figures from here. Now we have got our blank sheet. We'll come down and we'll click on January. We'll right click the mouse, move our copy, move to end, create a copy, OK. So my copy got created. This will be February. We'll go on top and we'll change the month, Feb. Another way to create the copy, press Alt and drag this to plus. Copy will be created. So we will create 12 copies for 12 months and one copy for summary. That is yearly summary or consolidated. This is January. This is February. This will be March. We'll go on top and we'll change the month, March. We'll adjust the column size. In the same way, we will do the changes till December. So we have done all the changes till December. This will be summary or consolidated. We'll come to right hand side. From here we will delete all the formulas. We'll go on top, target sales plus or equal to sum, bracket open. We'll go to the sheet of January. We'll click on first target sales. We'll press shift and we'll click on sheet of December. In this way, all the sheets from January to December will be interconnected. Now I'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We'll drag this down. We'll go on top. We'll drag this to right. We'll click on drop down, fill without formatting. My color got removed. Now I'll drag this to right till target versus achieved and we'll drag this down. APC or APT. I'll go to sheet of December. We'll copy the formula, Control C or Command C. We'll go to consolidated and we'll paste over here, Control V or Command V, and we'll drag this down. Percent. We'll go to December. We'll copy the formula, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. We'll drag this down. Perfect. Now I'll select all these details of dine-in, delivery and takeaway. I'll select till date and we'll delete all. Delete. We'll come to left. We'll go to View tab. Unfreeze panes. We'll delete this. This will be consolidated or summary slash summary. Month we can see February. I'll come down and we'll select yearly. Year 2025. Start date I'll do as start month. End date I'll do as end month. Start month will be Jan. End month will be December. Total days formula will be plus or equal to sum. Bracket open. We'll go to sheet of January. We'll click on total days. We'll press shift and we'll click on sheet of December. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We got total days. Total Saturday and Sunday. Formula will be same. I'll copy this, Control C or Command C, and we'll paste over here. Control V or Command V. We'll drag this down. Highest sale for the month, no changes over here. Lowest sale for the month, no changes over here. We'll come down. Average sales, no changes in average sales. Dine-in sales, takeaway sales, delivery sales. I'll delete this. Plus or equal to sum. Bracket open. We'll go to January. We'll come down and we'll click on total dine-in sales. We'll press shift and we'll click on December. We'll close the bracket and we'll hit enter. We'll drag this down. No changes in total sales, last year sales, growth or growth percentage. We'll go on top and our format is ready now. I'll provide the link of file in description box. In case you want to download, you can. But the download option is only for channel members. You can join the channel membership to download the file.